Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm Bruce Jennings. We hope you enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. The first poem is one that I wrote, entitled Nashville Snow. I don't know why the snow bothers to fall in Nashville. It works hard all night to make a showing the next morning. The honky-tonk musicians at least get to sleep late after playing at the club, but there is no closing time for the snow. If it manages to lay down 5 inches or 6, respectable, but nothing to brag about north of the Mason-Dixon. Few awaken to a sense of its beauty and peace. Most likely awaken irate at the inconvenience. For we all have other places to go in order to be somewhere. And when it comes to plowing or shoveling Nashville snow, it's sauve qui peut la vie. Up north, my wife and I would arise before dawn to make a way down the driveway for our commutes later. Soon the plows would come, clear the street, and then we could go. Till then, we had the world to ourselves. Not each one at a time, oh, we knew that too, but to us together. People think of the purity of color, the texture, the weight and wetness or dryness when shoveling. But the essence of snow is its silence as it falls, and as it lays where it lands, glistening and awaiting mute companions toiling in a snow's silence that it would be a sin to break. Thus we worked gloved and muffled in the cold morning air and watched the light in the east come up over the trees and the rooftop of the house. I close my eyes sometimes and hear the soft sound the snow makes as it lands where you threw it up on the yard. And I can see the path you leave behind you as you go. I listen and watch for a long time. The Nashville snow will be gone tomorrow, back into the cycle of earth and sky, to join the long melted snow we once moved together so we could separate, as was necessary in our there and then, and has been necessary again in my here and now.
These words are for you. By Sandy Coomer. You stand at the edge. Sooner or later, you must drop your fear of heights.
Next poem is entitled Chas Bukowski Works by Barbara Young. This is the way I saw it. Charles Bukowski is still writing. He's sitting on the floor of his hotel called the Great Eternal Flophouse. It is both heaven and hell, which may depend on the plumbing of any particular floor. Bukowski's room has a wash basin and closet-sized space with a toilet and tin shower, but no door. That doesn't matter. No one visits. The bed with its sagging springs sees no action. There's a dresser in the room with a blank frame where its mirror hasn't been replaced. An eternally dusty, faded red armchair waits by the window. Bukowski sits on the floor, the bare wood floor, back against the wall, a yellow legal pad and a new yellow pencil next to him, pack of cigarettes and a souvenir ashtray in the shape of a sombrero, bottle and glass. Because it's Labor Day, the American version of May Day. Bukowski, like Whitman down the hall, like Dos Passos and Steinbeck and Hemingway, Dorothy Parker. It's a big goddamn flop house, and I could go on. is writing to honor the American working man and woman. The floor has been mopped in the 3 months of Sundays. The housekeeper slipped on a broken step and shattered her right kneecap. Surgeon who fixed it said that the pieces reminded him of a wooden puzzle map of the lower 48 that he used to love when he was a kid. Bukowski's brain is on fire. All the words pertaining to the great American worker are up there like sheep in a pen. To be their shepherd, he thinks, is good work.
The next poem, written by me, VeerajaR, titled There is a Poem. It's another poem prompted by this year's National Poetry Month poster, 2022. In this place, there is a poem. In love and loss, pain and healing, a fire burning deep within, waiting to spark the joyous you. In this place, there is a poem.
A haiku by Louise Colln. Shadow of a fence, creating an artist's print for just one moment.
Poet, written by Joseph G. Sanfilippo. The poet sits in silence of places, saying nothing, putting on paper the colors of time, his eyes the brush of the soul. The poet dreams, listening with closed eyes to the whisper of the wind, to the rustling of the branches, to the weeping of the grass, to his loneliness. The poet writes on faded paper the anguish and tenderness of memories, hidden and wanted words that reveal the intimate. The poet hears the soft voices of the mind, the whispered call of the heart. Where the buds blossom, the poet paints life. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.